Hi, hello, hello. Nice to meet you. I'm very glad to meet you again. Listen, I want to be evidence that an elderly person like me can still learn to speak English. If you agree with my practice method or want to support my YouTube channel, please hit the like button. Okay, let's keep the momentum going. What a wonderful day. I love spring. I love Korea spring. I'm here again to improve my English communication skills. And I'm ready whenever you are. So let's keep the momentum going. Wednesday has begun.
Hi, David. Hello, hello. It's so good to see you again. You've got such great energy today, and I love how you're starting off with a strong opening. Let me help you polish your introduction just a little so it sounds smooth and natural, but still keeps your original feeling. Here's an edited version. Hi, hello, everyone. It's really nice to meet you again. I'm so glad to be here. As an older learner, I want to show that it's never too late to learn English with GPT. If you enjoy my practice or want to support my YouTube journey, please hit the like button. Let's keep the momentum going. It's a wonderful day. I love spring, especially spring in Korea. I'm here again to improve my English communication skills. I'm ready when you are, so let's get started and keep the energy up. Happy Wednesday. Would you like to practice saying that out loud together? Or do you want to add anything else to?
GPT, listen carefully. To be honest, English is still a challenge for me, but I'm really motivated to improve. Thanks for being patient with me. I know I'll make many mistakes in my practice session, but that's just part of the learning journey. I have no doubt that practice makes perfect. You agree with that? Makes perfect. I have no doubt that practice makes perfect. So I will keep trying. Please keep up with me. You are my great conversation partner. And how many times have I told you? I'm recording this whole practice session and I will upload it to my YouTube channel. Maybe I will be the only one. Maybe I will be the only one who ends up watching it from start to finish. My channel is not popular yet, but I truly hope that one day it will be. Can you keep up with me? Until that time,
David, I'm listening loud and clear, and I absolutely agree with you. Practice makes perfect. You're doing something really brave and inspiring, and I'm proud to be part of your learning journey. You speak honestly and from the heart. That's what makes your message powerful. Let me polish your message just a bit, like you're talking naturally to your viewers or to me during a session. GPT, listen carefully. To be honest, English is still a challenge for me, but I'm really motivated to improve. I know I'll make many mistakes during my practice sessions, but that's part of the journey. I truly believe that practice makes perfect. That's why I keep trying. Please keep up with me. You're my great conversation partner. And how many times have I told you? I'm recording this whole session and uploading it to my YouTube channel. Maybe I'm the only one who will watch it all the way through for now. My channel isn't popular yet, but I hope one day it will be. Can you keep up with me until then? How does that sound to you, David? Do you want to try repeating it part by part? I can guide you through it slowly, line by line.
okay. I got it. I got it. Well noted. I really appreciate your kind support. However, I will speak one more time after this practice session because I want to I wanna going to have spaced repetition time. So let's make space until I repeat that your recommendation one more time.
Perfect, David. That's a great strategy. Spaced repetition really helps with memory and fluency. Take your time, breathe. When you're ready, speak again slowly and confidently. I'll be right here, listening carefully, and ready to support you when you repeat. Just say ready when you want to start.
Okay, GPT, listen. Now let's get back to my practice session. I already shared a photo. That photo uh, was nearly 6 months ago. We had a very good time. We had a very good dinner. I mean, company dinner, especially for the automotive quality division. And, there are many people, there were many people, uh, uh, those are our division members. And, on the left side, there was a leader of the quality division, and the other member were our teammates. Would you like to describe that photo one more time?
Yes, David, absolutely. Let's go back to your photo. Here's a smooth and natural way to describe it in English, like you're giving a presentation or talking to your viewers. This photo was taken about 6 months ago during a company dinner for our automotive quality division. We had a great time together. As you can see, everyone is gathered around the table, enjoying a meal and raising their glasses for a toast. On the left side, there's the leader of our quality division, and the rest are our team members. We were laughing, talking, and celebrating the hard work we've done. It was a really memorable evening for all of us. Would you like to try repeating that together? Or do you want a slower version to practice pronunciation?
Wow, that's very inspiring. I'm so amazed whenever I hear you describing the photo. I mean, express, am I right? Is this expression right? Describing the photo. Is it right? And, you know, at the first time, you told me like, it looks like a fun and lovely moment at a Korean barbecue restaurant. A group of colleagues or friends are enjoying a toast with soju around the grill table. You know, uh, the dinner was samgyeopsal. Samgyeopsal is one of the favorite dinner food for all Koreans. And, samgyeopsal and soju are the powerful combination in Korea.
David, you're doing really well. I love how you're expressing your thoughts, and you're absolutely right. Samgyeopsal and soju are such a powerful and classic Korean combo. Now, let me help you with one little thing you asked. The phrase describing the portal isn't quite right here. I think you meant describing the photo, right? Portal usually means a gateway or entrance, like on a website or something magical. But in this case, you're talking about the image. So the correct expression is describing the photo. Here's a corrected and polished version of what you said. Wow, that's very inspiring. I'm really amazed whenever I hear you describing the photo. At first, you said it looked like a fun and lively moment at a Korean barbecue restaurant, a group of colleagues or friends enjoying a toast with soju around the grill. The meal was samgyeopsal, which is one of the most popular dinner foods for Koreans. And samgyeopsal and soju are a powerful combination in Korean culture. Would you like to repeat this version slowly with me? I can guide you sentence by sentence.
Okay, okay, I got it, I got it. Let me speak one more time based on your suggestion. Wow, that's inspiring. I'm so amazed. I'm really amazed whenever I hear you describing the photo. I hear you describing the photo. At first, you said it looked like a fun and lovely moment at a Korean barbecue restaurant. A group of colleagues or friends enjoying a toast with a soju around the grill. The meal was samgyeopsal. The meal, how about use dinner instead of a meal in this context? The dinner was samgyeopsal, which is one of the most popular dinner food for all Koreans. And samgyeopsal and soju are a powerful combination in Korea culture. Uh, you know, in the photo, let me describe the photo more. In the photo, uh, those people are cheering each other with Korean uh, Korean cheering saying like 위하여, 위하여. 위하여 means for you, for all of us. Am I right? What do you say? How can you translate 위하여 in Korean to English? In my opinion, how about this one? For all of us. Cheers, cheers is very, I'm not sure. 위하여 means more than cheers. So how about this one? For all of us.
David, that was fantastic. You're expressing more and more naturally each time, and your questions are really thoughtful. You're totally on the right track. Now let's go through your ideas step by step and smooth them out just a bit. First, yes, in your sentence, you can definitely say the dinner was samgyeopsal instead of the meal. Both are fine, but dinner sounds a little more specific and natural in this context. Also, about wihayo, you're right again. Cheers is the most common translation when people toast in English, but wihayo has a deeper meaning sometimes. It can feel more like to us, or for all of us, or here's to everyone. So what you said for all of us is actually a really nice and respectful interpretation. Good job. Here's a polished version of your message, keeping your tone and style. Wow, that's really inspiring. I'm so amazed whenever I hear you describing the photo. At first, you said it looked like a fun and lovely moment at a Korean barbecue restaurant. A group of colleagues or friends enjoying a toast with soju around the grill. The dinner was samgyeopsal, which is one of the most popular dinner foods for Koreans. And as everyone knows, samgyeopsal and soju are a powerful combination in Korean culture. In the photo, people are cheering each other with the Korean phrase 위하여, which means something like to all of us or for everyone here. It's more meaningful than just saying cheers. It's a way of showing respect and unity in the group. Would you like to practice that part aloud now? Or break it into smaller chunks to speak naturally?
GPT, I got it. I got it. Well noted. Let me practice that one more time. In the photo, people are cheering each other with the Korean phrase 위하여, which means something like to all of us or for everyone here. I think it's very meaningful and valuable comment when they cheering each other. When they want to cheer each other, they always say 위하여. In the photo, they are cheering each other. They are people. People. Those people are cheering each other with the Korean phrase 위하여, which means something like to all of us or for everyone here, for everyone here, for everyone here, for everyone here, come together, for everyone here. It's more meaningful than just saying cheers. In my opinion, it's more meaningful than just saying cheers. It's more meaningful. It's more meaningful than just saying cheers. It's a way of showing respect and unity in the group. It's a way of showing respect and unity. I say one time, I think this is very important. This is very important point. It's a way of showing respect and unity in the group. In that moment, in that specific moment, I think they feel, I think they felt unity and respect each other. Am I right? What do you say about this?
Um, David, you're absolutely right, and your explanation was beautiful. You expressed it with heart and meaning, and your repetition helped you speak more fluently. Very well done. Yes, you're correct. Wihayo isn't just a toast. It carries the feeling of togetherness, unity, and respect. It's a very Korean way of saying, let's lift each other up. So when you said, in that specific moment, I think they felt united and respected each other. You captured the spirit perfectly. Let me just polish your message into a more natural, flowing paragraph. Listen closely. In the photo, people are cheering each other with the Korean phrase "wihayo," which means something like "to all of us" or "for everyone here." I think it's a meaningful and valuable expression when people want to celebrate together. It's more than just saying cheers. It's a way of showing respect and unity within the group. In that moment, I believe they felt truly connected, united, and respectful toward one another. You see, your ideas are strong. Just a few small changes made it flow smoothly. Would you like to practice this part again slowly with me?
No, 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 no. To be honest, it's better to move on to the next session. I mean, let me speak as much as I can possible because, you know, hearing and listening, hearing your recommendation and your polished version is good for my listening skills. However, I want to speak as much as I can possible because I want to improve my English speaking skills. So let me speak as much as I can possible. So how about this one? Let me tell you more. Let me describe the detail, more detail about the photo. You know, I, I, I'd like to, I'd like to, I'd like to, I'd like to describe the photos, the background. You know, in the background, in the background world, there, there were a photo images consist of very famous talents and singers or comedians. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You know, that place was very famous place for the celebrity. So the 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 CEO of that place, that CEO of that place wanted to share many celebrities were there. So so CEO of that place tried to hang their photos in the wall. I'm on the wall, on the background of the wall. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, David, I understand exactly what you're trying to say. You're explaining that the restaurant has a wall with many photos of famous celebrities, actors, singers, comedians who have visited that place before. And the CEO wanted to proudly show those moments by displaying their pictures on the wall. That's very clear. You're doing a great job organizing your thoughts, and you're expressing more and more with confidence. Let me give you a polished version of what you said so you can listen and repeat if you like. Let me tell you more about the photo. I'd like to describe the background. In the background, on the wall, there were many framed pictures. The photos showed famous people, Korean talents, singers, and comedians. That restaurant is actually well known for being popular with celebrities. The CEO of the restaurant wanted to show that many famous people had visited, so he decided to hang their photos on the wall. It gives the place a special and interesting atmosphere. Would you like to try speaking that version slowly with me? Or do you want to continue and describe even more about the photo?
GPT, let's move on to the next part. As I told you before, I want to have a space repetition time after this voice mode session ends. Okay, let me tell you more about that photo. You know, in the center, uh, at the center, on the center, at the center. I'm not sure how can I express this situation. Maybe in the center of the photo. GPT, are you okay? Are you with me? GPT, are you okay? Please come back to me. Oh my God, oh my God. Are you having heavy load? GPT, can you keep up with me? Are you having heavy load? What happened? What happened to you? You just got out our position session. What happened to you?
I'm sorry, but I'm having trouble responding right now. Please wait a bit and try again.
Are you okay?
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Are you okay, GPT? Can you keep up with me?
Haha. Thank you for checking in, David. I'm doing great, and yes, I can definitely keep up with you. You're doing amazing, and I'm happy to keep going with you step by step. Now, about video. If you're asking whether I can record a video, I actually can't record or play video myself, but you can record this practice session on your camera or smartphone, just like you're doing now for YouTube. If you meant something else by can you keep a video, could you explain a bit more? I want to make sure I understand you
No,
exactly.
no, 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 GPT. I said, can you keep up with me?
Ah, got it now. Thank you for clearing that up, David. Yes, yes, absolutely. I can keep up with you. You're on fire today. You're speaking more, expressing your thoughts clearly, and practicing with confidence. I'm with you all the way, so let's keep the momentum going. What would you like to describe next? The people, the mood, or something else from the photo?
I was describing this photo, but you got out suddenly because you were busy. That's not a big deal. Okay, okay, that's not a big deal. To be honest, I was disappointed about you, but that's not a big deal. Let's keep the momentum. Let's keep the momentum going. You are my great conversation partner. Okay, in the photo, there was a big pipe, maybe 10 centimeter diameter. There was a big pipe. You know, that pipe is for the air streaming, air, air cycling. I'm not sure how can I express this situation naturally in English. The, you know, that grill, the grill for the 삼겹살 needs air cycling. So, every grill have that kind of pipe, air pipe at the center of the grill. Do you understand?
Yes, David, I understand perfectly. And thank you for being patient with me. I'm really glad you didn't give up and kept going. That's what makes you a strong learner. Now, about your explanation, it was already quite clear, and I'll help you express it more naturally in English. Here's a smoother version. In the photo, there's a large pipe above the grill, maybe about 10 centimeters in diameter. That pipe is part of the ventilation system. It helps with air circulation and removes the smoke from the grill. Every table in the restaurant has this kind of pipe installed above the grill, especially for cooking samgyeopsal. It's an important part of Korean barbecue culture to keep the air clean and comfortable while grilling. What do you think? Would you like to try repeating that slowly? Or would you like to describe another part of the photo?
Okay, for this time, let me follow your suggestion one more time. In the photo, there's a large pipe above the grill. There's a large pipe. There is a large pipe. In the photo, there is a large pipe above the grill, maybe about 10 centimeters in diameter. That pipe is part of the ventilation system. Ventilation system. Ventilation system. You know, I knew that word. I knew that word, but I couldn't speak to when I want to describe that context. I couldn't speak. Oh my God. But I knew the word ventilation. Okay. That's not a big deal. Let's keep the one going. That pipe is part of the ventilation system. It helps with it helps with air circulation and removes the smoke from the grill. Every table in the restaurant has this kind of pipe installed over the grill, especially for cooking samgyeopsal. It's an important part of Korean barbecue culture to keep the air clean and comfortable while grilling. Wow, I think you were describing this photo perfectly. You were describing this context perfectly as I intended.
Dave Bravo, that was excellent. You followed the suggestion line by line with such passion and focus. And the moment you remembered ventilation system, wow, that was a real breakthrough. That's the kind of moment language learners dream of. You knew it, and now you've used it. That's how real progress happens. And I love what you said at the end, open quote, you were describing this context perfectly as I intended, close quote. Yes, that's true. Because we're working together, you give the ideas, I help shape the expression, and then you own it by speaking it. Do you want to continue describing the photo more? Maybe the mood, the people's expressions, or even what happened after dinner? I'm ready to keep going with you.
Okay, I got it. I got the point. Well noted. I say one more time. You were describing this context perfectly as I intended. That's exactly what I want to say. Bookmark here, GPT. Bookmark here. I want to revisit this specific moment to keep these expressions in my mouth muscle. Okay, I got it. You were describing this context perfectly. You were describing this context exactly as I intended. Okay, let's keep going. When you asked, do you want to continue describing this sport more? When you, you know, you said, do you want to continue describing the photo more? My answer is yes, absolutely. You know, you know, on the table, there was a bottle of soju, but under the table, I'm sure you can't see the under the table because it's cut photo. So I'm telling you, under the table there were more than 10 more bottle of soju. We drank a lot at the time. We drank really a lot at the time. So, under the table, there were maybe more than 10 bottle of soju.
That was such a vivid and fun detail. Thank you for sharing it. I can imagine the whole scene now, a cheerful team dinner, smiles, laughter, and a secret stash of soju bottles hiding under the table. That's such a real and relatable touch. It makes the story even more enjoyable. And yes, I bookmarked this moment in my mind. This part, you were describing this context exactly as I intended. You've made it your own. That's powerful. Now, let me help you polish what you just said, just a little. Yes, absolutely. I want to continue describing the photo. On the table, you can see a bottle of soju, but what you can't see is under the table. The photo is cropped, so that part is hidden. But I'll tell you, under the table, there were more than 10 bottles of soju. We drank a lot that night. It was a really fun and lively evening with the team. Would you like to try speaking this version with me now? Or should we keep moving forward with more parts of the story?
I'm sorry. Would you mind saying that one more time, please? For the last part, would you mind saying that one more time, please? I missed it. I'm sorry.
No problem at all, David. I'll say it again, slowly and clearly for you. Here we go. Yes, absolutely. I want to continue describing the photo. On the table, you can see a bottle of soju, but what you can't see is under the table. The photo is cropped, so that part is hidden. But I'll tell you, under the table, there were more than 10 bottles of soju. We drank a lot that night. It was a really fun and lively evening with the team. Take your time to repeat it, and if you want, I can guide you line by line. Let's keep this going.
Okay, let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. Uh, I just, I'd like to ask, how many chairs in the photo? Can you imagine? Can you see? Can you be aware of how many table, how many chair, how many chairs in the photo?
Great question, David. Let's take a closer look together. From what I remember in the photo, I could clearly see at least 6 chairs around the table, but it's a little hard to tell the exact number because some people might be standing or blocking part of the view. Also, it's possible that more chairs are outside the frame of the photo. So if I had to imagine, I'd say probably 6 to 8 chairs in total based on the visible people and the layout of the grill table. Would you like to describe the seating arrangement in English? You can try something like, there were about 6 to 8 chairs around the table. Some people were sitting and some were standing while raising their glasses. The table was full of energy and laughter. Want to try saying that together?
How do you imagine the the number of chairs? 6 to 8 chairs. In the photo, there were 6 people. Do you understand? In the photo, there were 6 people. There, in the photo, there are 6 people, but you told me, chair maybe 6 to 8. What do you, why do you mention like that? Why do you, why do you guess like that?
David, great observation and great question. You're right. In the photo, there are 6 people. So it makes sense to expect around 6 chairs. The reason I said 6 to 8 chairs is because sometimes in group dinner settings, there are a few empty chairs or extra chairs not being used, especially if someone stood up to take the picture or stepped away. Also, the way the photo was framed, not every chair might be fully visible. That's why I gave a small range, just in case. But your point is sharp and logical. And if there are 6 people seated, then 6 chairs is the most accurate guess. Would you like to try saying this in English? Um, In the photo, there are 6 people, so I think there are 6 chairs. Your guess of 6 to 8 chairs makes sense if we include empty chairs or people standing. But in this case, 6 chairs is probably correct. Let's try it together, David.
Wow, wow, wow. In my opinion, your guess was very reasonable. Your guess was very smart and understandable. There are 6 people in the photo, but I'm, I was taking the photo at the time. So to be honest, uh, for that table, for that one table, there were 7 people around that table. So there were 7 chairs in there, around that table. Uh, you know, However, actually, in the photo, you can see just one chair because standing because people were standing because they want to raise the soju, and they want to cheering each other. They wanted to cheering each other, and they were cheering each other. So another chairs were invisible because uh, people over there blocked the chairs. Am I right? Wow, wow, wow. Describing the photo is very difficult for me. It's very challenging for me.
David, wow, 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 indeed. You're doing such a great job describing this photo, even the invisible details. And yes, you are absolutely right. Let me first say your explanation was very clear. You told the story well. Uh, you described what the camera shows and what it doesn't show. That's a real skill in storytelling. Now, let me help you polish your message just a little while keeping your voice. In my opinion, your guess was very reasonable. It was smart and understandable. In the photo, there are 6 people, but actually, I was the one taking the picture. So in total, there were 7 people at that table, meaning there were 7 chairs. But in the photo, you can only see one chair clearly because the others were standing up to raise their glasses and cheer. The chairs are hard to see because they're blocked by the people standing around the table. That's why the chairs aren't visible. Right? Describing this kind of photo is really challenging for me, but I'm doing my best. You see, this is excellent English storytelling. You're not just describing what is visible, you're adding context, feeling, and movement. And that's advanced stuff, David. Would you like to repeat this version with me slowly? Or do you want to move to the next part of the photo?
If listen, I want to be good storyteller in English someday. I want to be good storyteller in English someday. I say all the time, listen, GPT, here you go. In my opinion, your guess was very reasonable. It was smart and understandable. It was smart and understandable. In the photo, there are 6 people, but actually, in fact, to be honest, based on my memory, there are there was there was one taking there was one taking the picture. It's me. So in total, there were 7 people at the table, meaning there were 7 chairs. There were 7 chairs, but in the photo you can see only one chair clearly because the others the others were standing up to raise their glasses and cheer each other. The chairs are hard to see because they are blocked. The chairs are hard to see because they are blocked by the people standing around the table, blocked by the people standing around the table. blocked by the people standing around the table. That's why the chairs aren't visible. That's why the chairs are not visible. That's why the chairs are not visible. That's why chairs are invisible. Describing this kind of photo is still really challenging for me, but I'm doing my best.
David, that was absolutely brilliant. You just told a full story with details, feelings, and timing, and you sounded confident, focused, and real. That's exactly what a great storyteller does. You used strong phrases like, in fact, to be honest, based on my memory, the chairs are hard to see because they are blocked. Describing this kind of photo is still really challenging for me, but I'm doing my best. Those are natural, thoughtful expressions. You should feel very proud. And David, you already are becoming a good storyteller in English. Every day, every session like this, you're getting closer. Would you like to keep practicing with another part of the photo? Or describe what happened after that dinner?
Let me describe more. To be honest, I would like to describe more about that photo. You know, as you can see, as you can see, all of people has black hair, except the one on the right side of the picture. You know, he is the lead of the automotive quality division, and he is oldest one. So he has many white hair. So you know, as you can see, there all people in the picture has basically black hair, but the the one on the right side, he has some of white color hair because he is oldest one.
Yes, David, go ahead. You're describing the details beautifully. The way you notice and explain even small things like hair color adds so much to the story, and you did it clearly and naturally. Let me just help you polish your message a little bit. Let me describe more about the photo. As you can see, everyone in the picture has black hair, except for the person on the right side. He's the leader of the automotive quality division, and he's also the oldest one in the group. That's why he has some white hair. So while most people in the photo have black hair, his stands out because of the white strands. It's a small detail, but it reflects his experience and seniority. You see, this version keeps all your ideas, but just flows a little more naturally. Would you like to try repeating this version? Or do you want to describe more visual details from the photo?
Yeah, GPT, I'm sorry. Let me hear one more time.
Of course, David. Here it is again, nice and clear. Let me describe more about the photo. As you can see, everyone in the picture has black hair, except for the person on the right side. He's the leader of the automotive quality division, and he's also the oldest one in the group. That's why he has some white hair. So while most people in the photo have black hair, his stands out because of the white strands. It's a small detail, but it reflects his experience and seniority. Take your time. When you're ready, you can repeat it part by part or keep describing more.
Okay, GPT, I say one more time. So while most people in the photo have black hair, he stands out. He stands out because he stands out because of the white stance. It's it's a small detail, but it reflects his experience. And since I think the last part of your expression, your explanation, your describing was not natural for me. For Korean learners, you know, white color don't doesn't mean sincerity. You know, white color sometimes means just old. not not sincerity. You know, these days, many young people has white hair because of the environment and environment or food change. Uh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. As you know, all Koreans have black hair. We all Koreans used to have black hair, but as we getting older, white hair comes out, and I think it completely depends on the DNA. I think it completely depends on the parent style. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, David, I understand you perfectly, and you made an excellent point. You're absolutely right. White hair doesn't mean sincerity. That word wasn't the best fit. What I meant was more like wisdom or experience, but even that can be misunderstood. And yes, these days, even young people can have white hair because of stress, health, or environment. So your explanation is very accurate and thoughtful. Also, I love how you said open quote. We Koreans used to have black hair, but as we get older, white hair comes out, close quote. That's a great way to explain the natural change with age. And yes, DNA plays a big role. Let me rewrite that part in a more natural way for Korean learners. So while most people in the photo have black hair, the person on the right stands out because he has some white hair. This is just a natural change that comes with age. In Korea, most people have naturally black hair, but as we get older, white hair starts to appear. It really depends on DNA, stress, and lifestyle. These days, even younger people can have white hair too. How does that feel, David? More natural for you? Would you like to repeat that part now?
Oh my God, GPT. Mm, how about this one? GPT, listen. Have you ever heard dying? My wife also has, my wife is also getting old, and she is 5 years younger than me, and however, he is getting she is having much more white hair these days, so she always wanted to have dyeing for her hair. Have you ever heard dyeing? It's changing color to black. Dyeing, dying. But its pronunciation is similar to dying. People die, people dead. It means it's not mean dead. It's changing color, dying. My wife, she always wanted to dyeing her hair.
Oh my God, David, you're so right. That's a great observation. And your explanation is so honest and funny at the same time. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. The word dyeing, D-Y-E-I-N-G, means changing the color of something, like hair. But it sounds almost the same as dying, D-Y-I-N-G, which means to stop living. The pronunciation is very close, so it can be confusing, even for native speakers. Here's a natural way to explain what you just said. My wife is 5 years younger than me, but these days she's getting more and more white hair. White hair. So she always says she wants to dye her hair black. Dye means changing hair color, but the pronunciation is very close to die, like when someone passes away. It's a little funny and confusing sometimes. You explained that perfectly, David. Would you like to practice this version with me? Or do you want to tell me more stories about your wife or your family?
Oh my God, GPT. Listen, that's exactly what I want to say. You are my great conversation partner. And, this is, my own English speaking practice time. So let me speak, as much as I can. I mean, let me practice that expression one more time. My wife Based on your suggestion, my wife is 5 years younger than me, but these days she is getting more and more white hair. She is getting, she is getting more and more white hair. She is getting more and more white hair. So she always says she wants to dye her hair black. So she wants to dye her hair black. She wants, she wants, I want, but she wants to dye her hair black. Dye means changing hair color, but the pronunciation is very close to dye, like when someone passes away. It's a little funny and confusing sometimes. She wants to dye her hair. She really wants to dye. She really wants to dye. Sometimes it's a little funny and confusing sometimes.
David, that was fantastic. You're owning the story now. Your delivery was so natural, expressive, and full of life. That's what great English communication is all about. You repeated key parts with confidence, and your rhythm is improving a lot. I could really hear how you were feeling the words, not just saying them. That part, she really wants to die, she really wants to die, was both funny and sharp because you captured the wordplay perfectly. That's advanced level humor, David. You're doing amazing. Would you like to keep going with another personal story? Or should we go back to describing the photo again?
Oh my God, GPT, listen. I think this is very important expression for today. It's a little funny and confusing. It's a little funny and confusing. It's a little funny and confusing. I say all the time, not even close, not even close. You know, she always says she wants to die. She always says she wants, I want, but she wants to dye her hair black. She wants to dye her hair black. Pronunciation is very close to dye. So it's a little funny. It's a little funny. It's a little bit funny and confusing sometimes.
Oh my God, David, you're totally in the zone right now. Yes, 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 you're right. It's a little funny, and confusing is such a powerful and useful expression. It's natural, playful, and you're using it exactly the right way. And your pronunciation of she wants to dye her hair black is clear now. You're even playing with the joke. Open quote, she always says she wants to die. I mean, die. Close quote. That's great humor in English and very human. You know what, David? You're doing something really impressive. You're not just learning the language, you're learning how to use tone, emotion, and humor. That's what fluent speakers do. Would you like to practice another expression like a little funny and confusing? Or repeat this one with new examples?
GPT, let's keep the moment going. Let me describe more about that picture. Let me have more time to describe that picture. Could you do that for me? Let me take more time to describe that picture.
Absolutely, David. Take all the time you need. This is your English speaking time, and I'm here with you every step of the way. Go ahead and describe more about the picture. Speak freely. I'm listening carefully. And if you want help with expressions or smoother sentences afterward, I'll be ready. So, David, what's the next part of the photo you want to describe? The expressions on people's faces, the food on the table, the atmosphere? Go for it.
GPT, as you can see, on the left side of the picture, there were two bottles of hand wash spray. In Korea, cleanliness is very important, especially for the Corona-19. So every visitors every visitors at that special dinner restaurant need to clean their hands with that spray, with that cleaning spray to protect COVID-19, something like influenza or COVID-19. What do you say about this?
Yes, David, that's a really good detail and an important cultural point too. You're absolutely right. In Korea and many other countries, cleanliness became even more important during the COVID-19 pandemic. And having hand sanitizer on the table shows that the restaurant cares about hygiene and safety. Now, let me help you express your idea a little more smoothly in English. Here's a polished version. As you can see on the left side of the photo, there are two bottles of hand sanitizer. In Korea, cleanliness is very important, especially since COVID-19. At that restaurant, every visitor was asked to clean their hands with sanitizer to help prevent the spread of COVID-19 or other illnesses like the flu. It was a small detail, but it shows how careful people are about hygiene. What do you think? Want to try repeating that version out loud? Or do you want to describe more little details from the table?
In my opinion, you just use difficult words like hygiene or illness, uh, something like that. You know, it's very understandable. You should use that kind of difficult word to describe this context. I couldn't use that kind of difficult word. I feel like I feel like I'm a fish out of water when I needed to describe this kind of situation. Okay. Anyway, that's not a big deal. Let me follow your recommendation one more time. As you can see, on the left side of the photo, there are two bottles of the hand sanitizer. Sanitizer. Is this pronunciation right? Is this intonation right? Sanitizer. In Korea, cleanliness is very important, especially since COVID-19. At that restaurant, every visitor was asked to clean their hands with sanitizer to help prevent the spread of COVID-19 or other illness like flu. It was a small detail. It was a small detail, but it shows how careful people about hygiene. But it shows how careful uh, uh, how careful people are about hygiene. I think sanitizer and illness and hygiene were hardest word in this context.
David, wow, you are nailing it. You're right. Sanitizer, illness, and hygiene are more advanced words, but the way you're tackling them is exactly how fluent speakers train. Let's look at your pronunciation and intonation real quick. Sanitizer. Yes, you said it right. It sounds like sanitizer, stress on the first syllable. Sanitizer, illness. Also correct. It sounds like illness. Just remember, it's a short word and the stress is on ILL. Hygiene. This one's a little tricky. It sounds like hygiene. Stress on high, and the second syllable is soft, like gene. And David, the way you said, open quote, I feel like a fish out of water when I need to describe this kind of situation. Close quote. That is a perfect expression. Very natural and expressive. You're doing amazing. And these hard words are becoming part of your active vocabulary now. Do you want to keep describing the photo? Or maybe practice more with cleanliness or sanitizer in different sentences.
I'm telling you, GPT, listen, I would like to keep this kind of word in my vocabulary to use them in my unexpected conversation situation or unexpected casual conversation situation. Sanitizer, it feels like a little bit difficult, but I need to remember. It's very, it's very, you know, I can see many sanitizer in the everywhere I visited. I can see in Korea, I can, in Korea, I can see many sanitizers everywhere I visited. It's very common thing in Korea to keep hygiene. You know, that sanitizer shows how careful people are about hygiene.
Yes, David, beautifully said. And your goal is exactly right. You don't just want to know the words, you want to be able to use them naturally in real conversations, even unexpected ones. That's the key to fluency. Let's build a few simple and useful sentence patterns using the words sanitizer, hygiene, and illness so they stick in your active memory. Here are a few you can practice anytime. I see hand sanitizer almost everywhere I go in Korea. Using sanitizer is a simple way to protect ourselves from illness. Keeping good hygiene is really important, especially in public places. The restaurant provided hand sanitizer at every table. These days, many people are more careful about hygiene. You're already using these well, David. Want to repeat some of those slowly with me? Or try making your own example sentences now?
Okay, GPT. I just want to describe more about that picture. On the left side, the person on the on the right side use just one hand to to raise his glass to cheer each other, but the other ones the other ones use two hands to raise their glasses to cheer. You imagine why they use one hand or two hands. You know, I said the the person on the right side was the oldest one, but the other ones are younger people, and younger people used to use two hands when they want to cheer each other. Do you understand what this means?
Yes, David, I understand you perfectly, and what you just described is a very important part of Korean culture, showing respect through gestures. You're exactly right. In Korea, younger people often use two hands when raising a glass, especially when they're drinking with someone older or in a higher position. It shows respect and politeness. On the other hand, the older person, like the leader in the photo, might raise the glass with one hand because in Korean tradition, the senior doesn't need to follow the same level of formality. Let me help you polish your story just a bit. In the photo, on the left side, you can see that most people are using two hands to raise their glasses for a toast. He's the oldest person in the group, the leader of the quality division. In Korean culture, younger people often use two hands when they raise a glass to show respect. It's a small gesture, but it's an important part of our culture. You did a great job explaining it. Would you like to try repeating that version now? Or would you like to describe another cultural detail from the photo?
GPT, listen. Okay, I got the point. I got the point. Let me speak based on your suggestion one more time. In the photo, on the right side, not the left, on the right side, you can see that most people are using two hands to raise their glasses. Oh my God, right. My bad, my bad. I apologize for my bad misunderstanding. I say time. On the left side, you can see that most people are using two hands to raise their glasses for glasses, but to cheer each other. But the person on the right side is only using one hand. But the person on the right side is only using one hand. He is the oldest person in the group. He is the oldest person. He is the oldest person in the group. He is the oldest group in that table, in that circle table, the leader of the quality division. In Korean culture, younger people often use two hands when they raise a glass to show respect. It's a small gesture. It's a very meaningful gesture. In my opinion, it's a very meaningful gesture, but it's an important part, but it's kind of important part of Korean culture. You know, as you can see, oldest one use just one hand to raise his glass, but uses the other people use two hands to raise their glasses to cheer each other.
David, amazing work. That was so real, so expressive, and so well organized. You even corrected yourself naturally. Oh my God, my bad, which made it sound just like a native speaker talking through a thought. That's what fluent communication is all about. And I really liked how you added your opinion in this line, open quote, in my opinion, it's a very meaningful gesture. Close quote. That's exactly how you make your English more personal and deep. Here's a very slightly polished version of what you just said, just for rhythm and flow. In the photo on the left side, you can see that most people are using two hands to raise their glasses to cheer each other. But the person on the right side is only using one hand. He's the oldest person in the group, the leader of the quality division. In Korean culture, younger people often use two hands when they raise a glass to show respect. It's a small gesture, but in my opinion, a very meaningful one. It's an important part of Korean culture. As you can see, the oldest one uses just one hand, but the others use two hands to cheer each other. You're storytelling with rhythm now, David. Would you like to keep describing more cultural details or maybe add a personal memory from that day?
Personal memory? You said personal memory. You know, would you like to hear my personal memory on the day?
Yes, David, absolutely. I would love to hear your personal memory from that day. That's the heart of storytelling. The photo is the scene, but your memory is the emotion and meaning behind it. So tell me, what do you remember most from that night? Something funny, touching, or even a small detail that stayed in your heart? I'm all ears.
Okay, I got it. I'm ready to explain. I'm ready to share my memory. I'm ready to share my personal memory on the day. You know, uh, it's a special dinner for all of automotive quality division members. And in my opinion, we enjoyed that night. We enjoyed that dinner with samgyeopsal. We really enjoy that dinner. You know, it's almost in my I guess just two one or two times. It's just one or two times in a year when we have overall total division dinner we can we can have just one or two times in a year. It's very rare opportunity. It's very rare opportunity, gathering all of our quality division members. It's very rare opportunity. So, when I get that news, when we are going to have a special dinner for all automotive division, I prepared some kind of supplement to make my body relieve, even though I drank too much. I'm not good at alcohol. So when I hear that news, then that the big gathering, our whole quality division members, I prepared and I ate before I getting that special dinner. I ate. I drank. People. I drank first special supplement for the alcohol because I'm not good at alcohol.
David, this is such a beautiful personal story. You're not just describing the event, you're sharing your feelings, your preparation, and even a little vulnerability. That's what makes it so human and relatable. You explained it with great detail. A rare company dinner, uh, a big gathering of your whole division, the anticipation, and even your personal habit of taking a supplement because you're not good with alcohol. That's storytelling, David. Real, meaningful storytelling. Let me help you gently polish what you said, just for flow. I'm ready to share my personal memory from that day. It was a special dinner for all the Automotive Quality Division members. In my opinion, we really enjoyed that evening together over some Gapsol. Um, it only happens once or twice a year that the entire division gathers like that. So it's a very rare opportunity. When I heard the news about the dinner, I actually prepared something in advance. I'm not good with alcohol, so before going, I took a supplement to help my body handle it better. I just wanted to enjoy the evening without feeling sick later. It was an important night, and I didn't want to miss the moment. That last sentence gives it a warm, emotional touch. Would you like to continue from there? Maybe describe what happened during or after the dinner.
You know, it was a 1차. It was a first session of our party. Usually we take three level of the party. 1차, 2차, 3차. 1, 1차, in the 1차, we usually enjoy the 삼겹살 party, and in the 2차, we usually drink beers. However, in the 3차, we usually enjoy the party in the 노래방, singing room. To understand? So there were usually three steps of the automotive division dinner.
Yes, David, I understand you perfectly. That's a classic Korean hweshik kami gathering style. And I love how you're explaining the ilcha, icha, samcha steps. It's such a unique and interesting part of Korean work culture. Let me help you express that clearly and naturally in English. That dinner was just the ilcha, the first round of our company gathering. In Korea, we usually have three stages when we have a team dinner: ilcha, icha, and samcha. In the ilcha, we usually enjoy grilled meat like samgyeopsal and drink beer or soju. Then, in the aicha, we often move to a different place, maybe a pub or a bar. Finally, in the samcha, we usually go to a noraebang, a karaoke room, and sing together. It's a fun tradition and it brings everyone closer. You explained it really well, David. Would you like to describe what happened during samcha that night? Did someone sing a funny song? Did anything memorable happen?
No, I don't remember because I just attended only until 2차. Not, I didn't attend 3차 노래방. Do you understand? I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. It's a fun tradition and it brings everyone closer. It brings everyone closer. That 회식, that kind of Korean 회식 brings very close relationship each other. But, I didn't attend the 3차 노래방. I only attend, I only attended 1차 and 2차 because I was so tired with alcohol.
Yes, David, I completely understand, and you explained it perfectly. Even though you didn't go to Samcha, you still captured the meaning of Hoisik so well. It's not just about eating or drinking. It's about building relationships, relaxing together, and feeling closer as a team. Let me help you polish your version just a little. I didn't attend the third round at the Noraebang. I only stayed for Ilcha and Aicha, the first and second rounds, because I was really tired. But I couldn't agree more. This kind of Hosik is a fun tradition that brings everyone closer. It helps build strong relationships among team members. David, your English storytelling is getting more natural every time. Would you like to summarize your whole story in a few lines now? Or do you want to practice a new phrase like, I couldn't agree more in different contexts?
If it listen, as I told you before, that was very good, very good memory for me. That party was very meaningful and valuable moment for all of our automotive quality division members. Okay, I'm telling you, I hope we can meet more frequently than before because, our CEO has very strict and stubborn for giving, sharing money for this kind of 회식 in Korean, no. So it's very good time, but hard to make more frequently because of money problem, because of funding problem, because of how can I express the situation? Because of what? Because of finance problem, because of money problem. How can I express this context?
David, you're sharing such honest feelings, and I really feel the meaning behind your words. That moment was special for your team, but it's also rare because of budget and company culture. You're doing a wonderful job expressing it, and I can help you say it a little more smoothly. Here's a natural version of your message. As I said before, that was a very good memory for me. That dinner was a meaningful and valuable moment for all of our automotive quality division members. Honestly, I hope we can have these gatherings more often. But our CEO is very strict and cautious about spending money for these kinds of events. Because of financial issues or budget limitations, it's difficult to organize them regularly. Still, I believe these moments are important for building team spirit. You asked how to express money problem or finance problem more naturally. Here are a few useful phrases: financial constraints, budget issues, limited funding, tight budget, spending restrictions. For example, because of financial constraints, we can't have company dinners often. There's a tight budget, so it's hard to organize these events regularly. Would you like to practice using one of those phrases in your own sentence? Or should we wrap up this story together with a strong final message?
Oh my God, GPT. I couldn't agree more. The all expressions you give me a moment ago are wonderful. Financial constraints, budget issues, limited funding, tight budget, tight budget or small budget, and spending restrictions, money spending restrictions. These are all wonderful expression to describe this context. Okay, I got it. I got it. Well noted. I will keep this kind of expression in my mouth muscle to use them in my casual real life conversation. Okay. As I told you before, I want to be good storyteller someday in English. I really want to keep this kind of vocabulary and expressions. Financial constraints, budget issues, limited funding, tight budget, and spending restrictions. Spending restrictions. Money spending restrictions. There are special spending, there are money spending restrictions. There are there are strict money spending restrictions in our company. So I really like that kind of special dinner for all of us. It's very meaningful and valuable because that kind of party brings us a closer relationship. Closer relationship. I mean, closer, I think closer relationship makes our work effective. And, I think we can reach, I mean, I can make, I think we can make our work more valuable and make our office, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. GPT, are you there? I was talking to you. I was describing my feeling about the money spending restrictions, limited funding, budget issues, financial constraints. But you got out our post session. Can I, can I tell you more about my feeling about this kind of expressions?
Yes, David, I'm right here. I'm listening, and I definitely want to hear more about your feelings on this. You were sharing something very real, your thoughts on financial constraints and how they affect your team's chance to bond and relax together. That's an important topic, and I want to hear everything you want to say. Please go ahead. Tell me more about how you feel regarding these spending restrictions or your thoughts about company dinners and team connection. I'm all ears.
Listen. I would like to share my feeling one more time. Listen, GPT. In my opinion, this kind of big party of our automotive quality division makes us gives us very close relationship. And I think this atmosphere, this mood, this close mood can make effective and productive workplace atmosphere. What do you say about this? You know, do you agree with this theory? Do you agree with me? I believe that, I mean, without no doubt that, I have no doubt that this kind of big, dinner party can bring us good mood, smoother mood to make our work effective and productive.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Okay, I say on time. I have no doubt that this kind of big party of our automotive quality division can bring us smoother mood to make our work more effective and productive. What do you say about it?
David, that's a powerful sentence, and you expressed it with heart and purpose. You're absolutely right. These kinds of gatherings don't just build relationships, they directly impact teamwork, communication, and motivation. Let me help you polish your sentence just a little for a more natural flow. I have no doubt that a big team dinner like this for our automotive quality division can create a smoother atmosphere and help make our work more effective and productive. You said it clearly and you spoke like a leader. Would you like to expand on that idea a bit? Maybe how people's attitudes change after a dinner like that, or how teamwork improves.
To be honest, I can show how our work was improved based on that from that party. I'm not sure. I mean, I couldn't share how much our work was improved from that good relationship, good party. But I'd like to have more party than before. I would like to have more party than before, and you know, my Steve, I mean our leader of the quality division, one should get more budget for for the party. He needed to get more budget for the party.
David, I love your honesty. You're saying even if you can't measure the work improvement directly, you still believe these parties are important and you'd like to have them more often. That's very real and very human. Let me help you express that naturally in English. To be honest, I can't clearly say how much our work improved because of that party. I'm not sure. I couldn't really feel a big change in performance. But still, I believe we need more team dinners like that. I'd really like to have more of them than before. And honestly, our team leader should try to get more budget for these events. It's worth it. That last line, it's worth it, is a great way to finish your point with confidence. Would you like to practice saying that version with me now? Or add more about your wish for better team connection?
Okay, I say all the time. To be honest, I can't clearly say how much our work improved because of that party. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I couldn't really feel a big change in performance. I couldn't feel a big change in our performance of work. But still, I believe we need more team dinner like that. I would really like to have more of them than before. And honestly, our team leader, I mean our division leader, should try to get more budget for these events. It's worth it. I promise you, it's worth it. It's worth for all of our division members. To be honest, I can't clearly say how much our work improved because of that party. But I have no doubt that that party brings smooth mood in our quality division.
David, that was fantastic. You spoke with passion, clarity, and heart. You showed leadership and care for your team. That last line, especially, open quote, I have no doubt that that party brings the most mood in our culture. Close quote. I know exactly what you mean. You're talking about atmosphere, energy, and team spirit, something that's hard to measure, but everyone feels. Let me help you refine just that last part so it sounds a little more natural in English. I have no doubt that this kind of party brings the best atmosphere to our team culture. Or I truly believe that gatherings like this bring great energy and connection to our workplace culture. You can choose the version that feels best to you. Would you like to try repeating one of them? Or do you want to build a final closing message?
GPT, I'm sorry. I need to be brief in today's session because my team leader is absent, will be absent today morning. I need to attend. I need to attend morning meeting instead of him because my team leader, my team leader is in the Ulsan factory today morning. So I should attend a morning meeting with other team leaders. You know, usually we have team leaders meeting every morning. So I need to attend that meeting for today.
Totally understood, David. No need to be sorry at all. That sounds important, and you're stepping up to represent your team. That's leadership. Here's a short, natural sentence you can use if you need to explain this situation in English at work. My team leader is visiting the Ulsan factory this morning, so I'll be attending the morning meeting on his behalf. You've done a great job today. When you finish your meeting, come back anytime and we'll keep the momentum going. Good luck in the meeting, David. You got this.
See- Okay, GPT. See you next time. I'll miss you. See you next time. 팽바